What's up, everybody? Bowtie Soulfly here, coming at you for a brand new series of a relatively brand new game, Valkyria Chronicles 4. So this is a continuation in the Valkyria Chronicles series, and basically I'm going into this relatively blind. I've seen a couple of reviews on it, but I haven't watched any Let's Plays or walkthroughs or gameplay or anything like that, and I've actually been avoiding streamer friends of mine who have been showing off this game because I wanted to go into it nice and fresh. It's a really interesting game series, and it's got some neat mechanics and a relatively unique approach to turn-based as well as real-time combat, so I won't try and spoil it anymore here. We will just get right into it, and like I said, I haven't even opened this game prior to this stream, so I am very excited to see how this is going to go. We will go with normal. I won't punk out. So we'll see how this goes.
The day our hometown burned, that was the day we enlisted. At last, we had something to believe in, something worth fighting for. None of us yet knew, we couldn't foresee what this war would cost us. It was a battlefield, but it was where we grew up. Wind out of the northeast, clear skies, and nap time's over. Come on, Raz.
I wasn't napping, just resting my eyes. You gotta relax, man. You are way too freaking tense. Your hands are shaking. So sack up, Commander. It's about time we get ready to roll out. Let's show those imps what's coming to them.
Yeah. A shift in the wind. There.
Huh? You getting those wind whispers again? Imperials incoming! All right, boys, it's go time!
Squad E, do you read me? Squad E!
This is Commander Claude Wallace. Squad E.
The Imperial forces are on the move, heading for your position!
Ready to engage.
Do not let them break through to the front line. We're counting on you.
Roger that. Over.
Good luck, Squad E.
They won't advance until they're done shelling the area. We should have time to prepare. Kai, take a group to that southern hill and slow down their left flank. Raz, take 2 soldiers east and make some noise for me. You got that?
Gotcha. Keep up or get left behind. At your command.
Hoffman, roll out! Squad E, ready to engage. All right. Just remember your training. We can do this.
Alright, so first thing you've probably noticed is the beautiful kind of, not comic booky, but almost storybooky kind of feel and aesthetic to the design of this. And that's one of the beautiful selling points of the Valkyria Chronicles series, is just the art design. It is gorgeous, and it is going to hold up in combat as well. Essentially, a little bit about the story. This is kind of... Oh, I'll wait for him to finish.
Stop their advance. Squad E, move out.
So it's essentially set kind of in an alternative World War II era. And basically you take command of the units and of, in this case, Squad E, and are going to be responsible for winning a whole host of battles. So it combines my love of tactics with some more real-time strategy and planning involved in that. So, without any further ado, let's hop right in.
Just say the word, boss. I'm locked, loaded, and in-freaking-vincible.
Okay. First, we'll see how they respond to some infantry. Squad E, move out!
Alright, so during the player phase, you basically get a certain number of command
everyone's
points.
in position.
And you are allowed to choose units, because I know this from the previous installments in the series.
I'm their commander.
Unless they've changed it,
It's
which
up
I
to
doubt
me
they
to get
have.
everyone out alive.
Basically, you're going to get to choose which units you want to act
We're
each turn.
training. We can do this.
So this first mission should basically be kind of a tutorial / refresher. Command mode, select units. I'm just going to skip through some of the details since I'm aware of it already. Alright, so the red are enemy units and the blue are our units. So basically, up at the top we have, you can see it on the screen there, our CP or our command points, which basically we use up 1 for infantry and I believe 2 for tank units. So what we're going to do, we'll just go ahead, I guess, choose Raz right here. And now you'll see it's taken us right to that kind of direct in-person view. So, action mode, they can move and attack, move with the sticks. The AP gauge, basically you get a set amount of AP or action points, so that'll just gradually decrease as you're moving around and getting into position. And the neat thing is you can pick units multiple times, so I could pick Raz several times in a single turn, but your AP decreases each time you do that. So you start out with less AP each turn you do that. So let's go ahead and see if we can get in position behind these sandbags. Because in this game you can use cover, which is neat. So, feels good, handles pretty well. Tutorial attacking. Alright, so press R1 to enter target mode. If this is anything like the previous installment in the series, that will allow me to stop them from shooting as well when I enter that target mode. L1 and R1 to snap between targets, X to attack. And so what we can do is we can press X to crouch if we want, or we can stand up here for now. So we'll go into target mode, and what you can do is you can actually choose where you're going to aim your shot. So luckily he doesn't see us. We get a surprise attack, which I think is new in this game, which deals increased damage. But notice if I do it in his head, it's going to differ from hitting him in the body. So 7 shots to kill in the body, 2 shots to kill in the head. I believe he is a scout. I'm not positive, so no, he is a shock trooper, so this should be a machine gun type weapon. He does have grenades, we won't use those though, and he does have Ragnade, which is essentially like healing. We're going to go for the surprise attack here, so open fire.
Wide open!
And you'll notice the cool comic booky / storybooky rat-a-tat-tat that appears whenever you attack. That's another neat kind of aesthetic choice that they've included, is just little tiny like action words and details as you're doing things. So for ending actions, I believe we just choose, yep. Oh, in this case it's the kind of middle button there. Circle can also end, in which case a prompt will appear. So we're going to crouch down, and we will just go ahead and end our current action. So there's another sandbag over there, and I think we identified another enemy as well. You'll notice that some arcing lines will appear from the character's head. That will indicate nearby enemies that are within our line of sight.
Why not? You're invincible, right?
I don't know who this Kai is, but I like her already.
Are you really getting tripped up over some common foot soldiers? Why don't you ever stop and think?
Oh, shut up! Just hurry and take him out, will ya?
Thought you'd never ask.
Is she a sniper?
won't
Because
take long.
snipers were one of my favorite classes in the previous game. I might be in love with her.
Now
Yep, she is a
advancing.
sniper. Alright, the sniper class specializes in shooting down from afar, like any other sniper class. They are really great at getting headshots. The only thing is they are super fragile, so they have a lot less HP. So what we're going to do, we're going to get just a little closer here. We're going to enter target mode, and then we get to zoom in. Take a nice, easy-peasy shot right at his brain. So let me just move this down a little more, and
There.
wabam! Enemy scout murdered.
Didn't take much.
Yep, already love Kai. Current favorite character. All about her. We will... Actually, I'll have you crouch down. Can I have you crouch down? Nope. In that case, we'll end the current action. So I think you need to be near some sort of cover to crouch. I know you can also lay down, but I'm not quite sure I remember how to do that at this point. Is it really gonna... Alright, it's being a little weird. It's not letting me directly select this unit, so we'll just go with unit list, and we'll go with Raz again here. So like I said, you can choose a unit to act again, but notice my action points are a little bit lower than they were previously. So we can actually get out of crouch mode there. So this negates the ability for crits hiding behind here, and it also makes us a little bit harder to hit. So especially if the enemy depends on a lot of attacks, this can reduce our chances of being hit. So there's clearly an enemy over there that we currently can't see. Hopefully they'll move into range, or we can use Kai to take them out. So in that case, we will end the current action and end the current combat phase, or player phase. So this kind of explains a little bit about what I explained already. Once that reaches 0, we're done. Be mindful of enemy positioning, absolutely. So we're gonna end our phase. Now we see what the enemy does. And the enemy AI was not that smart the first one I played, or the other game that I played of this, so we'll see if they've gotten better. All right, this guy's certainly coming into range right now. So we'll see. Are they gonna use another one to move him up? All right, there's another enemy. Ooh, back there. Good, good. Glad we're noticing this. All right, and that'll go right back to us. Let's see if they introduce any other units.
There we go.
Yeah, I know. Soldiers, forward! Now's our chance to take the offensive.
We got some backup. So yeah, we get our CP back, and killing certain enemy units, at least in the previous game, gave you additional CP. So if you killed commanders, you could get additional CP to act more every turn. And I think it said, oh, unused CP does roll over? Interesting. So we got Kai, we got, who else? Unit list. Curtis and Nico are our scout units, so they're highly mobile. And they fire fewer shots, but they can be a little bit more powerful. The shock troopers are kind of your basic infantry unit. They're really good. And then snipers, obviously good from afar. So, I'm going to take a shot with Kai here. I'm going to see what we got. So we got easy sight on that guy. Let's go ahead and enter our target mode. Aiming in weak points. Critical hits such as headshots deal greater damage. Makes sense. Yeah. So again, that gives you an idea of how many shots it's going to take to kill. So we should be aimed in on the body right now. Let's move it up. And for this, that's why I'm glad I have this D-pad here. I can kind of center my shot. See how we do. Sadly, she fired a little bit wide. So we're going to end our shot there. We got a couple of things of sandbags near, so I'm actually going to throw Raz up.
This.
Give this a try. Stand up.
No! Let him have it!
And if we wanted, you know what? I'm going to be a little risky here. I'm going to risk it for that biscuit. See if we aim down a little bit here. Aim up towards the brain. And let's get him. There we go. So as you can see, we took a little bit of damage. Our health bar's in the lower right, so he's at 234 out of 240 health. Not bad at all. We're certainly doing perfectly fine and are in no danger of losing him right now. Your shock troopers have a little bit more armor or a little bit more defense than your other units, such as your scouts, and especially more than your snipers, but obviously the other two previously listed tend to have a little bit better abilities in some case. All right. Let's go ahead, and I'm gonna be a little risky here.
Die!
There we go. A little risky getting in his face, but you know what? I think we did just fine, and that should clear the map. That is the one bad thing about snipers, though, is they can sometimes miss their shots, which you only get one. So, overall, though, I think we did well, and now our tank is in.
Busting out the tanks, huh? This one's all yours, Claude.
It's our turn now. Fire up the engine, Miles.
Yes, sir.
Okay, the Hoffman's moving out. Destroy the enemy tank.
So, tanks are very strong, they're immune to some weaponry, and generally the blue glowing kind of engine in the back is where they're weak. But they're good if you can get them in position to help block off your enemies from hitting your infantry units. Oh, so if it's got a red X on it, we can destroy it. Cool.
Okay, moving out.
Give this a try, see if we can destroy some of this anti-infantry garbage right here. Get out of my face.
Check your ammo.
I am a tank. A tank, I'm a tank, I'm a tank. I'm a tank, I'm a tank, I'm a tank. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and enter target mode. Let's see, what do we got? So we got armor-piercing shells, mortar rounds, and a mounted machine gun. Armor-piercing is good against tanks and other vehicles. Mortars hit a broad area, good against infantry, and travel on an arc. Okay. And machine gun is basically your just unlimited fire for incoming enemies. Cool. So, can we hit the back? Can we get a kill shot? There's a chance. We're gonna risk it.
Fire!
Sadly, we didn't hit directly in the back, so we didn't get the kill shot, but we took off about half its health.
Head for the objective.
And we will go ahead and end the current action. And do we have enough action points? Ah, we do not. See, sadly, didn't end off with enough action points because the tank requires 2 points to use. Ooh, I should have moved Raz out of the way. Oh no, Raz is gonna die. Am I this bad at this game? Yes, I am.
We're fine.
Good news is they went after our tank, so not a huge deal. But that should end their turn. Yep. Generally, the enemy doesn't always take advantage of all its CP. And in this one, you'll notice we did end up with a little extra CP at the end. So we're going to go ahead and choose our own tank here. Tank weak points. Again, that glowing radiator plate in the back for the engine is going to be where we're going to want to strike. Alright, this is really neat. I like getting caught on invisible walls, which I heard was a complaint about this game, and was certainly something that was an issue in the previous games as well. So let's go ahead and turn our tank here. Oh, hello, weak spots. Let's see, what are the odds we miss you up close and personal? I'd say very slim.
Right there!
Kaboom. Alright, that should do it for this level now. Yep, operation complete. So it took 3 turns. We probably got, I'd say, a B rank. That is one thing. At the end of every mission, you do receive a rank based on how you did, how quickly you went, units lost,
Anyone else
stuff
want
like
to
that.
try? Squad E don't take shit from nobody.
That they don't,
God
Rez.
knows what I'm. Whoa, you okay?
The flowers.
Oh, yeah. They didn't stand a chance. Come on, man. You're supposed to be commander of the Ranger Corps.
A commander still has a heart, same as a foot soldier. Rank doesn't make this any less painful to see.
But crying over flowers? Even little girls have bigger balls these days.
Wow, okay.
Maybe. But what matters is that their hearts...
All right, I get it. Power of the heart, blah, blah, blah. Look, just go turn in your report already, will ya? Can't go get sloshed if we're stuck here on standby.
So Raz is super broy.
Good point. I'll head to the command center.
Yeah, you do that. And tell the brass to send us tougher imps to fight next time, yeah?
Hey, we got an A rank, and we earned the trophy Capable Commander, which I'm sure is probably given out automatically at the beginning anyway. Alright, so yeah, you get special bonuses depending on what you do, so if you beat tanks, heavy tanks, guns, leaders, things like that. So, overall not bad, 1,000 experience and 75, or 1725, I forget what the DCT stands for, but basically we'll use the money for upgrades, and then the experience, you can upgrade entire classes at once so that they'll have like more health, better abilities, things like that. So, this is a brief tutorial for book mode. As I mentioned, it's got a very storybook feel to it, and the entire game is actually told through this storybook. So, you'll get to view certain cutscenes through the book, as well as play missions in the book itself. So this is the Second European War. review this episode here. And it definitely feels like they've held on to a lot of the charm from the first
Claude
games.
Wallace reporting in.
Good work out there. Glad you're still in one piece. We're just about to go over our next operation.
You're late. I'm sure you know standard procedure is to report immediately after a mission.
What's up, Minerva? I see you.
Oh, Minerva. You're reporting too?
That's lieutenant to you, Claude. Don't get smart with me just because we share rank. I've got seniority.
Sorry, Lieutenant Minerva Victor.
Well, let's get started. Minerva, give us a situation report.
Yes, sir. 3 months have passed since we went to war. I won't sugarcoat it. They're steamrolling us. By this point, 1/3 of our territory is under Imperial control. This is officially a crisis.
If it's that bad already, we won't even be able to sustain a war effort.
You're right. And the Empire's only gaining momentum. If this draws out much longer...
The Federation's finished. If we fall, that's it for Europa. Nobody else could stand against them. The Empire would take total control. It'd be a fascist continent ruled with an iron fist. We can't let that happen. Europa's future depends on us.
Which brings us to now. The top brass finally got off their seats and sent us a plan. A counterattack that can turn the war around in one fell swoop, ready to be put into action.
What are the orders?
We put all our force into one strike. Break through their defenses and hit them where they'll hurt most.
Soldiers, supplies. We'll use all reserves we have to make a final push and capture one crucial enemy base. And we lucky few of the 32nd Armored Ranger Battalion have been handpicked as the vanguard.
Couldn't ask for a better mission, sir. Which enemy base are we targeting?
Think bigger. We take this base, and we take their will to fight.
But how could any one target mean that much to... Wait, you don't mean...
You always were a clever boy, Claude. I think you've got it.
Our target is the Imperial capital of Schwarzgrad. Let's fight back!
Operation Northern Cross.
Well, the
The
camera
year was
angles are still pretty
1935
cringy, so...
Two great powers vied to control the continent of Europa. In the east, the sun rose over the autocratic East European Imperial Alliance, a dictatorship known as the Empire. In the west, a network of loosely allied democracies banded together to form the Atlantic Federation. Both powers depended on a precious mineral, Ragnite, for their prosperity, its growing scarcity leading inevitably to war. With its overwhelming military might, the Empire captured one nation after another. While the Federation struggled to maintain unity, every battle driving them further back against the wall. 3 months have passed. With 7/10 of Europa falling to the Imperial war machine, the Federation places all its hope in a desperate counterattack. Operation Northern Cross. 6 million soldiers fought in this campaign. It claimed more lives than any other in the Second European War. Federation historians call it the Eastern Theater, but the Empire knows it as the War for the Motherland.
Forward, soldiers! This is the battle you've been training for! Operation Northern Cross begins now! We'll wipe those Imperials clear off the face of Europa! Our time has come! Forward to victory!
Countless soldiers fought and died on those fields, struggling to make their ideals a reality. Ordinary people, thrust into extraordinary circumstances, fighting in the hopes that they would see a brighter future. What follows here is a record of those brave warriors, a record of that battle against the dark. based on the diary of one Claude Wallace, the commander of the Federation's Galleon Squad E.
All right, so certainly a lot of reason to be excited here.
Chapter 1, The Battle of Fort Crest.
And the Battle of Fort Crest will definitely be happening in our next episode, so hopefully you enjoyed the prologue as well as my brief explanation about Valkyria Chronicles and kind of what it entails. If you're excited for the series and want to see more, do be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. As I mentioned towards the beginning of this video, this is going to be a blind playthrough, so I would just ask in the comments that you not spoil anything. Now, with that being said, if you do have any suggestions, tips, tactics-related ideas, or things that you want to share, I am all for that and would highly encourage it. At the same time, let's just make sure we don't spoil any important plot points or anything that might make the game too easy or might break the game for me. So, once again, like, comment, subscribe, and get ready for some more Valkyria Chronicles. For now, this is Bowtie SoFly saying have a great day, and stay fly.